Hi, this is Nana with So It Seems, and I'm going to show you a little bit of a fabric haul. I have been to two different quilt shops. This first one, I got this fabric. I think I got about 1.5 yards because that is what was left on the bolt. See that cute little vintage sewing machine? And then I got this book, Quilting with Pre-Cuts, a handy pocket guide. So I need to read up on that. But then I got this fabric that has sewing machines on it. And it has the modern Bernina sewing machine. And then I only got 1/2 yard of each of these. But then I got this teal fabric that has vintage Berninas on it, and I thought that was neat. So that was from the first quilt shop I visited and today, and I did a little short on it, and this one was called So Sweet, Sewsuite, and it was a smaller quilt shop, and it was in a little house. It was really cute. And then here is some fabric. I went to the quilt shop, People, Places, and Quilts. There was something I had forgot. When I went in there the other day, I got a paper that had all their classes. And somehow I misplaced my paper. So I ran back in to get it. And I said, while I'm here, let me run upstairs and look at that table where they have the donated fabric, and you can purchase the fabric and it goes to help local charities. So sure enough, there was new things on the table. I got 2 yards of this, which is a vintage Easter fabric. I'll call it vintage. The year on it is 2004, and it is from Cranston Fabrics. And then here is about 1/2 yard of a Easter egg fabric, which is also 2004 from Cranston Fabrics. Then I got this Valentine fabric, which it doesn't show up as good. It's a real pretty pink and red. It looks kind of like a muted red on the cell phone, but that's not right. It's definitely a pink and a dark red. Okay, so then also on the table, they had this roll of jelly roll, a roll of 20 strips. Isn't this called a jelly roll? I believe this is called a jelly roll. And it has the fabric that shows the red truck, the red Christmas truck. And the tag on it says Joann. So I know this came from Joann Fabric. And in there also was this white or off-white quilting fabric. And then there was about 2 yards of this fabric with the red truck and the snowman. And then there was another print. There's about 2 yards of this. Then there is another print, and there was 2 yards of this one. And then, which I know this all came from Joann's because I think I saw it there last holiday season. This is a piece of panel fabric. Take a little Christmas with you wherever you go. It says Frosty's Tree Farm. Let me turn it over. It's got some really, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's got some really cute things in it. And it's a big piece of panel fabric. So that panel, which coordinates, and also this large panel, which again, it has the truck. And at the bottom, it has the snowman. So I'm excited about this because this is all real pretty. And all of this, these 2 panels and the other Christmas fabric, this is all by Susan Wingate, and it's beautiful. So I just wanted to show you the fabric I bought today, and I have got so much beautiful fabric in my sewing room that it is my plan in the next few days to get it organized. And then I plan on just pretty much trying to sew through my stash. I think it would probably take me a couple of lifetimes to sew through my stash. But with Joann's closing, I know I won't go there as much. The quilt shops definitely have a higher price tag. Although I have really enjoyed going to the quilt shops, and I have really loved that they have this donated fabric and that they give back to the community. And so I've really enjoyed it. But honestly, this fabric right here that I know it came from Joann's, I guess this, I don't know if this would have been in the novelty or the Christmas fabric. I would say it's probably about $12.99 a yard was the regular price maybe from Joann's. And I have to say the feel of it, it feels very similar to the quilting cotton. And I'm not talking about the vintage fabric, I'm talking about the quilting cotton. The one I went to today called So Sweet, all of their yardage, their batiks, and all their quilting cotton, all of it was like $13.99 a yard. They had a little tiny section, and I do mean tiny. It was in a tiny little basket, and it was $9 for the fabric in that basket. And I think it was probably 1 yard cuts, and basically I think it's like their clearance, and it was a very, very small amount of fabric, and it was $9. And their fat quarters were $5 each. Buy 4 and get 1 free, or I think it said buy 3 and get 1 free. Anyway, they were $5 a piece. And so I'm gonna stop this haul video right here. I just wanted to show this to y'all, and hopefully I'm gonna start Christmas sewing very early this year. That is my plan, and I hope to have more tutorials on my channel, and hopefully I will get to do some quilting. That is my goal. I'm going to be working on quilting. So everyone wish me luck, and everyone have a good evening. This is Nana with So It Seems.